Hello, my friends. This is Andy over at the Facebook Live TV show, and I am here to show you how I did a two-camera shoot today. Actually, this will be my second broadcast that I've done, a two-camera shoot on Falco Canine Academy's Facebook page, where I spoke to the audience from here, this position here, which would be basically what I call my studio. And then over in the other part of my garage, where my studio is, I have a training area where I trained a dog. And I want to share with you some of the things I did, some of the things I'm learning, and some of the things that I probably could change and do a little bit better. One of those things I could change and do better is that I have a light over here, a box light, that's reflecting off of this flag triangle here off the glass. Now, maybe I need to just angle this a little bit different. Maybe I can put something underneath it so that just simply changes the angle. And that way you don't see that thing. So I need to make sure and fix that. So that's one of the things that bothers me as I'm looking. I also have a whiteboard here that sometimes will get a funny reflection. I need to get an additional light, which I'll have to pull out of the packing, because what I ended up having to do was turn around a light and have it broadcast a different direction. And so I lost one of my lights. So now you see the shadow that you would normally see if I had that other light facing this direction. Hey, Charmaine, thank you very much. Yeah, the fires are kind of close. We have fires here in the Orange County area. Anaheim is a neighboring city. I live in Brea. The fires are literally about 2 miles away. And so they're not too far away. So if I start coughing, it's because the ash is in the air and I'm trying to stay in an air-conditioned place, but it's still affecting my voice just a touch. But thank you, Charmaine. I appreciate it. And let me know if you can hear my voice, because I'm using a wireless mic system so that I could walk around, and I have it connected to my web presenter, which I'm going to show you in 1 minute. So those are some of the things I want to improve on. If you're thinking about doing a studio yourself, I have a TV here. It's a high definition Panasonic. It looks pretty good. What I would use that for is to run, some videos maybe, and then I'd have that secondary camera maybe get a little bit closer. But here's where I could run my sizzle reel and have that running in the background. Obviously, turn down. Probably turn down the sound a little bit so it's not so loud. But again, I can see that the angle could be improved, perhaps to get a little bit better picture on the camera, or maybe have a little bit more of a zoom. I still have a little bit of space here that I could actually bring in this camera angle just a little bit, and so you can see that just a little bit better. But I could show something on that particular picture. I'm thinking about getting actually a larger monitor, maybe with a higher definition, because you can see some of it's washed out. And so I need to figure out how it is I need to do that. So these are some of the things that I'm working on right now to try to fix in the studio. Again, some things that you need to consider. Right now, I don't think it's too busy. Maybe you could let me know that it's, thank you, Charmaine. Let me know. I have some of my awards down here. I got some books, again, to make it look like just like a shelf with some books in it, that kind of stuff. This kind of looks that I'm kind of fiddling around with just to take a look. And so I have that going on. Some other things I'm learning are, I think this is a good order to go in, is that the secondary cameras that I use have microphones on them. And so since I'm connected via my wireless to my BlackMagic, which I can show you here, I'm going to use my phone to show it. So I got to go to my Mimo Live here to switch to my phone. There you go. And so I have this web presenter right here. Do you see that? This is called a web presenter. It's called a BlackMagic web presenter. And I connect, there's my wireless mic receiver, which is connected to the BlackMagic in the back using the, oh my gosh, what's that connection called? HTML? No. I forget what the name of that plug is. I knew it yesterday, but that's where my mic is connected into, right? So it's connected via this cord right here, directly in there. I have a pack on my side right here, which is connected, which is the transmitter, which is a lavalier, which is on my shirt right there, which you can see. All right, so that's connected there. That's how I'm getting the sound. On the back, I'm using an HDMI cable, which is this one here, and it's connected over to my Lumix over there. Now, to my point that I wanted to make is that the microphone on the camera picks up my voice. And so if I'm using BlackMagic for both my audio and my cameras, you have to figure out a way to turn off the audio capture on those cameras. It drove me nuts. The other day I was doing a broadcast on Saturday, or trying to do one, And it took me 3 hours to figure out how to make that go away. And so what the outcome was, or what I've learned to do, because there is no setting, and I'm going to show you here with my phone, is that I had to connect a cord which would be typically used for this shotgun mic, right? I just unplugged it from the mic itself, used the plug, and I plugged into the mic port, which is right here on the side. And when you plug into that port, it mutes the mic capture that's on the phone, because it believes you're using a external mic. And so that's how I was able to turn off this mic. Now I'm going to demonstrate what happens when you plug in, because I could connect 2 cameras to this thing. When I connect into this GoPro, you're going to hear what I'm talking about. So the GoPro 5 does not have a way. Oh, there goes my voice. Excuse me. The GoPro 5 has no way of turning off the mic. So you're going to hear what I'm talking about. I just want you to know, when you hear this, this is what happens. So when I turn on this mic, let me see if it actually, hold on. Second. Hold on. It takes a second to turn on. So I'm going to go to this camera here. So now what you're probably hearing is static and my voice more than once. It's because this camera here is picking up, this GoPro is picking up the sound off of the internal mic that's on this camera. Knowing, I am sure, but that's what I'm talking when I go to the other camera here. So the GoPro 5, I've just learned through research and looking on the internet, there's no way of turning off the audio capture on the GoPro 5. Now on a GoPro 4, apparently there is, but I didn't look long enough. I just saw that on the GoPro website, in the support area where everybody asks their questions, supposedly on a GoPro 4, there is a way to turn off the mic, the audio capture on that particular camera, but not on this one. So unfortunately, I can't. I was going to use this one to do all my demonstrations, but when I plugged it in, I got that annoying static and it sounded really, really bad. All right, so now I'm going to bring this one back in here really quick. This is my iPhone, which should be showing. Hello. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. No, should be showing. Why is it not showing? I'll try again. Hold on. There we go. All right. So here I am connected to my Lumix. All right. I'm using the HDMI micro, right? And that connects to this camera, which is showing the training area, which I'm going to show later. This cable, I'm going to run all the way down, it connects to the back of the web presenter. And now I can show it, it shows on the screen. So I can see that I'm connected. You see that? And that runs into my USB port here, where I'm connected to my USB port that connects and then goes into my Mimo Live. And now I'm able to now select this camera here, which is camera 2. I'm going to make that turn off. Oh, no, I can't do that. So I'm going to connect to camera 2, which is then going to go live. All right. Now you can't see that unless I put it up above there. So now you're going to see camera 2. All right. Here, bring it back. And now you're back onto my phone. So when I want to make camera 2 go away, I just click live and it goes back to my original camera, which is this one right here. All right. So that's all being run in my Mimo Live. Now, the thing you need to know as I go back to the other camera, so I'm going to switch and I'm going to go back to my other camera, which is in the training area, is that obviously to be away from my computer and to be in this training area where I'm demonstrating how a detection dog is trained to find the odors, is that you need to have a wireless mic, probably. If you have a really long wire, if you're training a dog, the dog's gonna get tied up in the wire. So there's no way of me doing this without a wireless. I'm using a Sennheiser mic, which is a very powerful, strong mic. If you go to any TV studio to do any interviews, they'll probably connect you with a Sennheiser. That's the most common. There's other ones, but I know that I see the Sennheiser a lot. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that your lighting is good. So I had to turn around another box light over there. And I do think I could do a better job by having maybe another set of lights over here so that it'll light up this area a little bit more. I could also set it up so the camera shoots to an outside area where I can shoot outside. I have enough cable that it will reach. It will go about 15 feet away from my setup over there. So what I like about this opportunity is that I can have that very professional look in the studio to be able to talk about something. If I wanted to, I could write on the whiteboard. I can show a video of some dog doing something on the television, the monitor, and then having the second, maybe a third camera zoom in on the picture so you can see it a little bit better, or put the feed through into my camera. Into my broadcast software. There's many ways to go. But in this simple setup, it's just simply a 2-camera shot where I'm showing myself in the studio and then going out to the training area to give a demonstration of doing something. Now, there's many people that are putting together a training program that do other things other than teach by sharing their screen. If somebody was teaching by maybe some gymnastics or some yoga, you might want to have this similar kind of setup where you can have an opportunity to be sitting at a desk and teaching and operating your computer, doing a slideshow presentation using Keynote or a whiteboard, and then going to the floor where you're going to demonstrate the actual movements. This would be a great way to go with a 2-camera shot. You just need a web presenter, BlackMagic web presenter, or another type of a switcher that will allow you to use a secondary camera. And again, maybe a wireless mic situation. The alternative, I'm going to go back over here to the studio. And the alternative, obviously, is to have somebody, a second person that's with you, move around with a mic that kind of hangs over your head when you're talking. That's the other alternative. When you have one mic that maybe is plugged in into your computer. So I'm so sorry. This is really not good with my throat. Hey, Miguel. The blue plug. The blue plug. Yes, the blue plug. Gosh darn it. What's the name of that thing? Crap. I had the name of it and now I can't remember what it is. So it's the audio connector, a three-prong audio connector that goes into my web presenter. And so there you go. All right. Hey, Miguel. Glad to see you. Glad to see you, Miguel. John North out there in Australia. Bruce is on. Hey, Bruce. Glad to see you got a brand new, no, not an RCA. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Darn it. Audio. It is called a. Darn it. Didn't even come up right away. Amazon. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm determined. Great. If oh my gosh. Sorry, this fire has got me all hold on. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's giving me the RCA cables. I know that's why that's probably the one everybody's thinking, but it's not. It's called something else. Sennheiser. Let's see. Oh, there it is. XLR. XLR cable. It's this one right here. So it's XLR cable, just like this one. And this is the female, and then there's the male version. Female and the male XLR. Wow, that was really hurting my brain. Sorry about that. XLR cable. Yes, Bruce got a brand new computer. It is amazing. You know, that's one of the things that I hear all the time is that People are either purchasing something that I recommend or trying to do something that I'm doing. And understand, I have an old computer. My laptop here that I'm running most of the stuff on, I'm running a 2-camera shot on a web presenter using Mimo Live as my camera in B Live TV, connected via a Ethernet cable to run this broadcast right now. I got Sennheiser wireless mics connected, everything going on, and I got a 6 or 7 year old computer that's running all this right now. I am lucky that it is actually doing what it's doing. I wish it would help my voice, but when people are often telling me, like right now, that's probably what you're seeing is my voice is not matching up to the movement of my lips. That is probably because the audio that's being sent off of the Sennheiser needs a booster. The boost is something that I would need. It's another thing that's in between that will boost the strength of the signal that's coming off the receiver. That's the thing that's causing that delay, more so than what we would normally think is the internet connection. In this case, the signal coming off of the receiver is not strong enough to make it sync up properly with the web presenter into the Mimo Live, then into the B Live, and then getting out to you. There's a lot of parts in between, right? So you need to have a strong signal. But besides that, in most cases, when you see syncing problems or video drops and that kind of stuff, it's usually the broadcaster's internet or the age of their computer. It just is not. It's struggling to use all of this technology, make sense of it all, and then push it out into the webinar, the internet world, and get it out to Australia, get it out to Colorado, get it out to the East Coast, wherever it is you're watching this. Your computer, being a new computer, having a great motherboard and good equipment, is one of those things that you need to make sure that all this stuff works really well. Again, I'm doing a 2-camera shot with 3 things of lighting. I got a monitor over here that's obviously using power. I got everything connected all together. I'm also got my phone connected that I'm using as a 3rd camera, right? You saw that. There's a lot going on, and that's a lot to ask from an old computer. And then I did a demonstration where I plugged in a GoPro and unplugged it. That also takes stuff out of your stuff. So the fact you got a new computer is really going to make your life a lot easier. I'm driving and buffering too much. Catch up later. See, there probably the buffering is on his end on that time. And sometimes people watching, you can have 100 people watching and 2 people are going, "Oh, I lost the signal. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your thing?" But it's only one person out of 100. It's probably their connection, right? So you need 2 things to be working fantastically along everything else, right? But you need 2 things. You need the broadcaster software and hardware and internet to be working as flawlessly as possible. And you need the person watching it to have a strong internet connection with a strong piece of equipment and software. You need that to be working as strong as possible. When both those things are working great, it's perfect, right? When one of them is struggling, it's going to be not good. When the broadcaster is struggling, then everybody sees crap, right? When the broadcaster is working well, then you have a percentage of people that no matter what you do, no matter what you have, it wouldn't have worked because they're driving through mountains and they're on their phone, or their internet connection is struggling because they're at the end of the line on their particular internet process for their cable system or whatever they're using for their internet. So very, very important. So again, just for the purposes of this broadcast, I'm using a web presenter. I've connected to my Panasonic Lumix, where I can change to that camera using Mimo Live and switch to that secondary camera, where I was able to do a dog demonstration. If you want to see the video, if you want to see the replay of the Facebook Live, it's on the Falco Canine Academy Facebook page, where I'm demonstrating and also teaching from this position here, and then demonstrating over there where you see the cinder blocks, and then coming back to over here where I'm again teaching. You could even have somebody seated doing an interview over there, and then go to that secondary camera where you have your co-host interviewing somebody, in maybe a restaurant or something like that, using this very same equipment, a laptop. All of this, okay, the computer itself, what, $1,500, $2,000, but the rest of the equipment, another, altogether, maybe another $2,000. So for $4,000, let's say, for $4,000 and change, you can have a very professional looking program and a broadcast, as long as you have a really good internet connection. You have a really good broadcast with about 2 really 2 expensive things, the camera and and the computer. And then a little bit less expensive is the web presenter, which is about $500. And then your Sennheiser mics, which are about, I forgot to count them. So let's say $5,000 total, because the Sennheiser mics are about $800 for the Sennheiser wireless mics. So right around $5,000, you can do a really good broadcast that you could have more than one camera. I can have up to 3 cameras operating and wireless capabilities. And there you go. So that's how I'm doing that. Let's see. Let me go back to Be Live to see what else is out there. Yeah, Bruce, yeah, you were fighting your equipment. Yael, I remember when she was fighting her equipment, it was very, very difficult. Too much secondary smoke affects the brain. I know. And maybe, I don't know what my excuse is all the other time. Good. Yeah, I could use RCA connectors because there are RCA connectors in the web presenter. I could have used those too, but the connector I was talking about, which is the XLR connector. All right, that's it. Just wanted to take the time to show you how I did that 2-camera shoot wireless mic setup in the Falco Canine Academy training page. Again, if you want to see that, just go there. Whether you're interested in dogs or not, that's the next thing. But you can fast forward and see where I'm making the changes back and forth and how it went. And I think it's working well. People are liking the videos. I'm getting about 200 to 300 people watching those videos, so it seems to be going well. So, all right, that's it. Bruce, thanks for joining. Miguel, and Charmaine and John, I really appreciate it. I will see you at the next broadcast. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.